Hey. Welcome to new video, guys. Today I'm going to talk about I really hate my life. I really hate my life. Today's topic is me. I was thinking for a while and I realized that my life is not what I expected before. I have always wanted to go to Japan, meeting with new friends, just finding a girlfriend there, maybe just finding a cosplayer girl and getting married in Japan. But here, what it is, I am living in my city, which is Balıkesir, and it is very small. Also, I couldn't go to Japan in order to create my new life, and I'm still waiting for a solution here, but it hasn't happened now. Therefore, I feel myself very isolated from society, from families, from schools, from colleagues and other things, etc. I am not happy, I'm struggling every day, I'm just trying to find a solution, but it didn't happen anyway. Whenever I'm just checking the people on the Instagram and on the social media, I feel very envy of them. Because when we are comparing each other, I am just feel myself very decreased, and the people who just succeed anything in their lives being to a more achieved person, being a more attractive person. I haven't attractive before in my life because my life is all about just being unattractive. I feel myself an ordinary guy, and it's very hard. If you are an ordinary guy and trying to live in a society, there will be a pressure for you. People will going to talk about you, and even you are talking about your struggles, people will going to judge about you. You are an ordinary guy. There is no any extraordinary situation on you. So why the people need to continue to watch you? Why people need to care for you? Why people need to listen to you? Well, as I mentioned that before, I am an ordinary guy and I'm just a normal guy. Maybe you can just call me a casual guy. But the thing is happening anyway, because we are struggling in our lives and everybody is different. Not everyone is capable of just being born in a good of conditions, in a good of wealth. Some people will going to struggle and some people will going to happy with that. If you are just getting used to your situation, if you are just understand your problems, if you can solve your problems, if you are solve your issues, probably you will be successful. But if you cannot solve your problems, if you are just trying to just figure it out, and if you are trying to continue to speak about it, and if you cannot find any solution for it, probably you will be unsuccessful. The measurement of the successful is changing person to person. Some people can achieve their dreams easily, some of them not. Well, if I compare my station with the others, probably I will be unsuccessful. And at the end, I will just say I really hate my life. Well, I have opened the YouTube channel and I just checked other YouTubers what they are talking about their lives, and just search for a title as I really hate my life. Whenever I check their people and their contents, and I understood that they feel themselves unsuccessful like me. If you are in my situation, probably life is not going to be easy for you. You are just trying to struggle, maybe you are just want to build something, a community, a memberships, a YouTube channel, and maybe a job, maybe as business. Probably you are comparing yourself with the others and maybe you are not successful as much as they do. But you are trying to do something in a short of period of time. Also, I want to say my ideas to you. I want to be successful as soon as possible, rather than other YouTubers, and just getting to 100k subscribers can be a very good solution for me. But if we just turn back to the topic, it's not easy. I have always felt alone, isolated from society, and my loneliness didn't leave me alone. I am just walking with my loneliness, and I feel myself very lonely. Even I'm saying it 50 or 10, 20 times, people don't care about you because you are a man, and if you are poor, if you are not handsome enough, probably people will not care about you and they don't want to speak with you. Well, even you're just trying to just hang out with the girls probably just answer you, I am busy. And they don't want to just hang out with you because you're a third-class citizen, you are living in Turkey, and also they don't want to just date with the poor mans like me. if there's the situation like that, probably it is really hard for you just finding a girlfriend. You are just come up and saying like, I am just looking for a girlfriend. Is there anyone interested with me? Well, probably it is something like trying to find a handle in a neck, or trying to find a neck in a handle, or something like I couldn't remember the proverb from just a very advanced proverb, and it was very necessary. But like proverb, I can just assimilate it to other things. Like there are a lot of jungles. We are at something like a jungle, right? And we are trying to find a teeny tool in this jungle. Can we find a teeny neck and teeny tool here? Nail, maybe if you are trying to find a nail here, can we find it? It's gonna be tough, because when you lose something here, probably you need to search for it for a long time. And the possible of you looking for it and finding for it, it's gonna be tough and it's gonna take time. Therefore, as I mentioned that before, not everyone at the same situation. Some of them are upper, some of them are subordinate. Well, if you are to make my perspective, my situation, probably I'm going to say you my situation is not perfect, and I think it's bad. I feel myself very unhealthy here. You know, I'm living in Turkey, the inflation is a skyrocket here, and it's getting bigger day by day. Whenever I'm just checking the other YouTubers, they are living in a first-class country and they have a better of their lives, and everybody is struggling, but their struggles are less when we are comparing to Turkey or the Middle Eastern countries. People here just can pass away easily and they don't care about you like the India and the other underdeveloped countries. Here my issue is just talking about myself and just finding some members and just trying to be normal. There is not any extraordinary situation in my life. My life is just similar with yesterday and another day before. Therefore, I really get used to my life, but I don't like my life. You know, wherever I want to be, if you are asking me, probably I will be Shinjuku, Tokyo, just living in a first-class country, talking with the people, eating the healthy meals, and just trying to meet new friends. But here, where am I? I am in the Turkey and in a small city, and trying to be famous on the internet. Well, it is debatable, but it is what it is. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Exactly. So, people are asking generally, I really hate my life, and what is the solution? There is no solution. The money, the health relationship, the wealth, and there are different kind of factors in my life. If you want to be happy, if I want to be satisfied from my life, probably I need to get a relationship. I need to get into a relationship, and also just getting the wealth. The wealth is really hard in life, because if you are poor, nobody interests with you. That's the reason why I'm just struggling for a while and just getting obsessed with it. If you're a man, if you are lonely, life is really hard for you, because you feel like you are expelled from society and nobody gives a shit about you. And when you are trying to get into some society, some conversations, just trying to find new friends, it's not being easy peasy as you tried before. But it is worth trying. And when you just lost your case and the factors, your stations. But at the end, everybody will going to pass away from this world one day. But the one thing I'm just struggling and questioning all the day, being loneliness. Then, if you're a man, if you're lonely, life is hard for you, and you are just trying to find a partner, and on the Instagram, on the YouTube, and just trying to share some things like me, and just waiting for an answer from another girl. Maybe she likes your speaking, maybe if she likes your conversation style, if she just get interest with you, if she texts you on the Instagram, probably you will be happy and you can date with her easily. But because life is really short, and I'm not trying to find a perfect partner, because the ideal partner, the perfect partner idea is really wrong. Because if you are trying to wait for her, probably she won't come. But I will lose what I can obtain before. Therefore, if anyone interested with me as a girl, probably they can text me on Instagram, or maybe they can just try to just say me, I want to date with you, I want to order your coffee. If she texts me like that, probably I will answer yes, if she is beautiful enough. Well, everyone has a categories and everyone has their own perspective and their own rules, right? Some people like the girls who have short hairs, and some people just like the girls who have long hairs. And some people really like the very firm girls. Some people just like the very circle, round-faced girls. And the partner choices are bunch of in this world, and they are very situation to situation. If you are looking from my perspective, I will easily say that the Asian girls are really attractive for me. But if you want to date with an Asian girl, probably they only think about money. They merely think about the money. If you haven't rich enough, probably it's gonna be tough for you just finding an Asian girlfriend, even in China, Taiwan, Thailand, Japan. I couldn't make my dreams come true. Therefore, I feel myself very unhappy here. You know, people just trying to change their locations, their environments, even they are just trying to save up money for it. I wish I had a chance to go to Japan, find a job, living in Japan, and just trying to find my next life marriage partner there. But it didn't happen because the inflation is just getting bigger day by day here in Turkey, and just trying to find a decent life is real hard. Even the cost of living is that here. Well, under this situation, just trying to be happy and just trying to be exist is not solely enough. People just getting to the more hardships, and some people can bear on it and some people cannot. Well, I am not a motivation speaker, and I'm not gonna tell you it's easy. No, it's not easy. You know, my passport value is less when we are comparing with the other nation members, and the GDP is really low here when we are comparing to other nations as well. And therefore, my dreams didn't came true in my life. Therefore, I'm just complaining about my life a lot. I have always wanted to be travel influencer, just change my locations easily, trying to go in other countries, just visiting the different countries, and look, where am I? I am here and just trying to find answers with a dog. What the fuck are you doing here? Hey, are you good? Maybe it's good, I don't know. I don't know, like, you know, there's a very subordinate, extraordinary situation is coming here. I don't know. Maybe I need to talk about you in a different way. Maybe I need to continue. Maybe I need to keep continuing. Holy crap, what the? Hey, it's my jacket. Oh my gosh, he's coming. I really hate my life, guys. Okay, let's turn back to topic. My life is all the things are happening in a normal way, and you know, maybe you are just saying about it, everybody's struggling, why we are need to take care of you. That's the reason why you are at my channel. Maybe you are just giving attention to me. Maybe you are just trying to understand my ideas. Maybe I can be a reflective for you. Maybe I can be just your, as I can just share my pain with you. Maybe it can lead you, and it can reflect your ideas. Maybe it can reflect your opinions. Maybe there's a snake here. Oh, sneaky pinicky. Is there a snake here? I don't know, but I'm really scared. No, we cannot say anything because it's a jungle. It's not a jungle, it's a woody place. Therefore, in my life, is there an, oh, like it is kame. Okay, kame in Japanese, I don't know in English. Like, as I mentioned that before, my life is, I really hate my life. You know, I couldn't be rich, I couldn't go to Japan, I couldn't hang out with the Japanese cosplayer girls. Therefore, I feel myself very isolated and unsuccessful. You know, the measurement of success is changing, but to me, the measurement of success is just going to Japan with a new life there and being a vlogger, maybe YouTuber there, and just getting more attention and just trying to speak with the people in Japanese language. If my contents just get viral there, probably I could find a lot of different kind of girls there, and I can date with a lot of girls. You know, in Turkey, there's a religion pressure and the society pressure. Just talking with the girls is not easy. The main idea is just their expectation is higher than the other girls, and therefore I feel myself very pressured here. Some people trying to change their lives, and some people just get used to this feeling, and they are not trying to find any girlfriend here, and they are trying to live their lives. If you are checking the situation from my perspective, it's not easy. You know, I'm just trying to learn the Chinese language, but it's don't giving me any help. You know, my station isn't changed. Because when I just get the point from the HSK 4, HSK 5, it's not guaranteed that I will get a scholarship in order to go to Japan or to China. I have always wanted to just study abroad and just meeting with the new cultures, new friends, but it didn't happen because of the financial struggles. If you are living in financial struggles like me, just you are trying to save up money, like the goals to go to the Japan language school, it's better. It's easy peasy and it's getting more understandable. And I think that we are living a very capitalist world and we are turning into the money-based societies, and people only take care about your bank numbers rather than just your inner voice. But I think my inner voice is better than theirs and others' bank account numbers, but nobody can believe on it because everybody is trying to believe something. Well, I have always wanted to be a translator, just trying to translate the books from the Japanese language or the English language to Turkish language and just getting more money. Just being a translator is very good. Like, you are just translating the text from Japanese to Turkish and you are getting money, and you can work from everywhere else. And if you have a capable of working anywhere else, probably your life will going to be easier. Rather than we are comparing to other people, and you are just free from the location and free from the time. I have always wanted to work as a freelancer and just going up with the different cultures. For example, I wanted to go to Indonesia, Japan, Thailand, and being a YouTuber there. But it is not easy, as I mentioned that before. You need editors and you need to just come up with the idea, and you need to find a lot of different kind of perspective, and just you need to record videos there. But even it doesn't guarantee you will just get watched from the people, and it's not guaranteed not giving you a guarantee I won't delete your channel like that. Therefore, just like we are trying to continue in our lives, we are struggling. I'm just making my videos just on a CD card. If my videos are just get deleted, I will have a sound voices and I will make them the text, and I will write a book about it, and I don't have to worry about it. Everything about in my mind, even the psychology, philosophy, and everything else. We are at temporary lives in this universe, and we are trying to be immortal, but it won't. Trying to be immortal is not easy, and just getting remembered all around the day. Probably you shouldn't just work on it, like people just getting forget about you even for a while, even just time is processing. We cannot turn back the time. I have always wanted to just burn in a rich family and just don't have to work on it and don't try to my work and just getting easy life. Just travel around the world, just buying the plane tickets and just trying to question about what I'm gonna eat today and what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. The main idea I have always wanted to be, but it didn't happen because my main ideas will be, will I be hungry tomorrow, and can I just save up enough money, and can I just stand with the obstacles in my life? Well, probably not. I'm living in a very small house in my city, and living in a small house is really shit. Like, you are not being extrovert, and you are not trying with the interest come up with just talking and hang out with the girls, because girls' expectation is really high and people trying to quit from the game. Some people are trying to play in a game like me, just recording YouTube videos and trying to viral, and some people just getting quit on it. Well, every time, as I mentioned that before, we have only one life, and some people just trying to work and some people need to work from morning to night. And I'm really respect of them because people didn't choose it, people getting forced it. Well, also they are getting money on it, right? What, do you want to be truck driver? If you want to be truck driver, you can save up money easily and you can go wherever you want. But as I mentioned, that it's not an easy job. You have to be truck all the day, and you need to just driving. You should be driving on it, and even you cannot have. Maybe you won't have a time to talk about with your audiences. Finding an exact audience is really key factor here. What about you, my audience? How you guys like my videos, my speaking style, just giving you what I wanted to expect? Maybe you can give a comment about it. Maybe you can share your thoughts. Is every thought important? Yes, sometimes can be important, but as I mentioned that, what you can do with your thoughts. Thoughts are temporary. I think everything all around today is happening, the bad news and the wars and the just food shortage and just how can I say, the issues, problem of the countries. Everything is just happening, and as a Turkish person here just struggling. I just want to tell my struggles openly, and it's getting shown obviously. Trying to learn the Asian languages aren't really hard for me, but there is no someone else here just doing the practice. For example, there is no Japanese girl here just doing the practice, and another practice also as well. And just as a Chinese girl, I have always wanted to date with a Chinese or Japanese girl, and they are very tiny and their bodies are really slim. If you are comparing with the Turkish girls are really have the heights, and they are not very take care of their bodies, and they are trying to just getting more interest with the world-based items, for example, such as a car, a good apartment, and maybe the summer season occasions. Every time everywhere girls are same, but the Turkish girls have more privilege about their vocations and their luxury lives, because they couldn't achieve anything in their lives, and they are waiting an answer from their husbands, even they couldn't find any solution from their parents. Well, it is changeable to country or culture to culture. The one thing you should understand, where you feel yourself belong. I don't feel myself belong here, and this culture is very conservative, and people just trying to not to being friends with the people. Because here the Turkish people, like the Sakoku Jidai in Japan, is isolated. Turkish people do not just have tendency to speak with the people from different nations, from different country members, and need friends. People trying to just being friends with the people from their childhood, high school, or university years. They are not trying to find new friends because they are very isolated. And as me, I'm not an introvert, I'm extrovert, but here just finding the exact audience, the exact friends aren't easy for me, because everybody is different. Do you want to talk with the chess from morning to night with me? No, maybe you are not interested, but I am interested. Maybe your ideas is talking about the football, or maybe your ideas are talking about the American literature, maybe baseball. If you are interested with that, probably I haven't got enough knowledge about it, and we cannot share a lot of things with you. Therefore, you need to understand what you expect from life, what you expect from your friends. If you have the same base similarities, same base ideas with your new partner in life, maybe a girlfriend, maybe just a friend, probably you guys continue to share your thoughts continuously in a maintenance way. Because you guys just suffered from the same issues, you guys suffered from the same problems in your lives, and you guys have watched the same movies, same TV series. For example, I have watched Yojo Senki, Naruto, Noragami, and other animes as well. If someone is just trying to learn and to watch the same animes like me, probably we have something to share, because our perspective, or cultures, and our lives of existential crisis are similar with the people who are just watching the animes like me and just trying to learn Japanese, etc. Because we have same things to share. In this life, as I mentioned that, so I really hate my life, because being lonely is really hard, and you are just experiencing the existential crisis and trying to impress people. For example, I'm just recording English podcast, right? People not interested with that, because my main language is Turkish, and just when we are comparing German native speakers and other first-class country speakers, probably people just going to prefer to watch them rather than me, because they will say, "Oh, you are doing the grammar mistakes, etc." Yeah, but it's kind of true. But as I mentioned, it's not my mother tongue, and I don't have to be perfect on it. I don't have to be something like a native speaker, and I don't have to do the accent. And everybody is different in this life. Just talking with the people is not easy for me, and I'm just preferring to speaking here rather than with the people, because people are different, and their ideas and their expectations are different. If you are like me, just isolated from society, and you are living existential crisis, just call a doctor, not watching this video, and just to find the solutions here. Yeah, every solution and every answer can be changeable. whenever I just checking the mirror, I just understand and analyzing it. I'm just getting older day by day, and we will be passed away from this world. Maybe after we passed away from this world, maybe we can go to the beyond of this world. Maybe we can go to the heaven. Maybe we can go to the better place. But till that time, I want to speak and I want to talk my ideas with you. Nobody is perfect in this life. Some people just trying to find new solutions and trying to make their dreams come true. You know, I just quit from watching anime and the TV dramas, TV series now because I feel like I haven't got any time and I need to success something in my life. If you're a 25 years old man like me, you need to success something in this life. What I'm just going to success, maybe the YouTube can be a good reason for me in order to continue my life, because there are different kind of careers, and is YouTube can be a good career? Kinda true, but just maintains your audience, just trying to find new topics is not easy. I was just applying for the job applications on LinkedIn, and just all the job applications are fake, and probably most of the people are unemployed here above the 30%. It's a very great score in this life. Some people trying to do their best and some people cannot. Have I just make my dreams come true? Not. Am I satisfied with it? Not. Well, living in a very this field and trying to find solutions about existentialism is not the case maybe some people just wish for. There are a lot of wishes, right? Some people just wishing to change their countries, and some people just wishing a good car, maybe a sport car, and some people just wishing to be famous. If you are famous, life is really easy for you, and you can date with any girl, and it is easy and it's not complicated. You don't have to worry about it. If the girls like you, probably you can continue on it, and you don't have to worry because you are famous. Whatever you do, whatever you think, probably people will be going to say you good things, while some of them just complain about your thoughts. If you just make over the 50% of people happy, probably you can continue. But if you are just happy amount is under the 50%, probably you need to think about twice. Maybe they choose you. Well, I had a headache yesterday, and I went to the doctor, and just doctor said you need to just pull over, just like we need to pull over your tooth. And I asked, my tooth is really itching. I have a headache. I have a toothache. 歯が痛いだと言った。医者はこの歯を私たちは恐れますだと答えた。そうだね。As I mentioned that, like, just going to a doctor for the toothache is sometimes can be disappointing, because she can say we need to pull your tooth, and it's gonna be tough for you because you just will be lacking just when you are eating your food. There wasn't a tooth in your mouth. Maybe one is also important as well. People just creating the importance, and also they are trying to believe on it, and they are trying to make other people believe on it. If you are very successful at telling something to people, people will going to listen to you and people are going to love you. If you are not successful enough, probably you will lose your game and your time will be over. When I just checking the people, they are very famous. If they just lose their fame, probably they are trying to do something different in order to get more fame. Because fame is important till you lose it. If you lose your fame, you can just get into the existential crisis again, and you can ask yourself and you can think about the questions. Why I am not famous enough anymore? Well, maybe the idea isn't you, maybe the idea is reality and the situations, the circumstance. Every circumstance is important in this life. Some people can do best at their lives, some people cannot at their stage. Well, some people getting wealth at their 30s, some people getting at the 40s. Life is not what I expected before. I just want to just go to the university after the graduation and find a beautiful girl. Maybe going to Japan, just trying to be a YouTuber there, but it didn't happen because even I'm just making the perfect videos, it's not guaranteed people are going to like, comment, share, and you hit the subscription button. Therefore, your ideas can belong to you, and maybe people don't like your ideas. But you need to continue it, then maybe you won't get any better job than this. Maybe you couldn't find any better opportunity from this. Therefore, you need to continue, and if your maintenance, the presence, can be perceiving as a not temporary, probably it's better to being a temporary person, because if you continue, there's a chance. If you don't continue, there won't be any chance. The chance, the opportunities, the destiny, the fate, the fatal, every time every concept is changing. But some moralities, some concepts aren't changing, the life. All the philosophers just come up the life with their arguments, and they are trying to defend their arguments, and they are trying to find solutions for them, while some of them cannot. Well, if my ideas are correct, probably there's a God. I don't know, like, being lonely is also hard, guys. Like, you are just checking the clocks and just watching the sky. The sky is very empty and as your heart. You are trying to find a beautiful girl, but your life sucks. You are trying to go to another country, just finding a new life there, but your pockets are empty. You are trying to go to the good college and just getting the scholarship, but you are checking your rivals are many. Therefore, life is not very expected like you. I have always wanted to be a travel influencer, just trying to change the world, just walking around the world, just making a lot of videos, just talking with the new people, new cultures, just getting into the effects. I have always wanted to go to China, Chongqing, nightlife, Shanghai, and Tokyo, Seoul. Like, this country is like a daydreaming for me anymore. I'm just doing a daydream for these countries rather than just go to the visit there. Because if you go to a new country, you have got more luck in this life. You have more opportunities in order to just explore the world. If you want to explore the world, you need to be just, how can I say, you need to be extraordinary enough. You need to be interesting enough. If you are not interesting, it's really tough, because when you are trying to build something, you need the people. Actually, you need the exact people. You need to find the exact audience for you. If the life hasn't replied my answer, my solutions, my disappointments, what should I do? Well, the thing is, you need to keep continuing to living. There aren't any other choice. Like, everybody is just trying to find solutions in this life, and the amount of the people is getting higher, and therefore your opportunities, your uniqueness getting less. If had less amount of people in this universe, probably you have more chance to be unique rather than just other people. Because there are a lot of human beings in this universe, everyone is trying to be unique, and it's not easy. There are a lot of cars passing through from my front of view. What is different? The difference is their drivers. Some drivers just using their cars in a very bad way, and some people are using their cars in a very good manner. Manners, driving styles are changing. If you find the exact driver for you, maybe not very perfect, maybe not very bad enough, if you find the middle way, it is better than finding no one. Everyone unique in this universe from what they do. Some people just trying to believe on religion in order to just answering all their questions, and some people trying to prove science. Even you get married, even you don't get married, you will be regret on it. It won't change, like Kierkegaard mentioned that before. Therefore, I am not saying it truly like I'm a very bad, I'm a perfect guy, I find every answer in this life. No, my answer is just nothing. Because just trying to find an answer will going to tee you up and will going to make you mizzy. Maybe you can be dizzy. Therefore, it is better to stay silent and just hear the voice of nature. The nature is giving you all the answers and they are just showing you where you belong and where you will end up with that. Probably we are coming from nature and we are turned back to nature again because nature is the key factor of ourselves. There aren't any place to go, but there are a place to go to the nature. I find a really small. Oh, is it like Sinjab? I don't know what it is in English, but we call it in Sinjab in Turkish language. Do you want to see? I'm going to show you guys. Maybe you guys want to see. Are you guys seeing on it? It's going to be tough just showing it like, but maybe you can see it in a different kind of period. Yeah, the time is very limited in our lives. In this limited time, I'm trying to do something different and I'm just trying to do something special for myself. I wish I could find my uniqueness in this world, but I couldn't be successful on it. I'm just reading books whenever I came back to home and just trying to just find new solutions, just watching new movies. Life is just passing with my struggles and I'm just trying to finish my new books. But it's not easy, just you're talking and just trying to find another answer. But if I hit the 10,000 subscribers, because it will be easy for me just finishing my book. I'm just writing about skepticism, whether the God exists or not. Maybe we can find a solution on it. And also there's something book like I am losing my identification, etc. I am losing myself. Like, it's a very good title track, you know. I quit from just reading the novels anymore. I was reading novels a lot from my childhood and just liking the Mukiyo Mishima, Natsume Soseki. Haruki Murakami was the best of my writers here and just trying to get impact from his books. But even when I get impressed from his books, it's not that easy. Because everyone is different, every writer, author has their own path or their own ways. Well, my life is not changing, guys, at the end, like just going to house, just coming up the job, going to house, coming up the job, and circling like a like a clock. Like it is the same. I'm doing the same things all around today and just trying to be happy. But at the end, I'm not trying to be happy. I'm just going to a library and I'm checking the people's faces. People trying to study on it and they are trying to be a molecular biologist and they want to be a skyrocket scientist, etc. They are working really focused on it. And I have seen some girls, some boys they're trying to just focus their studies, their books, and they are trying to be skyrocket scientists in the near future. I don't know, guys, but at that, not everyone will going to success. And at the past, I was like them. Just if I just study more, if I do more, if I learn more, probably I will have a better life. But at the end, it won't, guys. When you're trying to have a better life, and if you are trying a lot, if you are just studying a lot, and at the end you are thinking like, if I just study more, I will have a better life than others. It won't. Because my life is really bullshit, guys. It's really messy. I don't have any car, I don't have any motorbike, and I don't have a life partner. I couldn't just fulfill my circle in this life, and some people just trying to obey the system, just getting birth, just school and university, and just paying the tuition fees, maybe just paying the dormitory fees and just like getting into the job, just working on the job maybe 20 years and just getting retired and just go to the RIP. Yeah, everyone has the same life, and the system says it's the best way. If you find another way, probably you can out. For example, YouTubers are just trying to out from the system, and they are trying to new paths in this life, and they are impressing the people. They are influencing the people what they should do, what they shouldn't do. You know, the best way is in this life just sitting somewhere else, sitting at the chair, and just giving the people instructions what you should do, what you shouldn't do. If you do this, it is better. If you don't do this, it is bad. Well, in my life, I really want to be a talker from morning to night and just giving the instructions to people. Giving instructions are really funny money for me. And you don't have to worry about it whether people listen or not. I'm just sharing my struggles with you. At my high school years, I was also alone. I wanted to talk with the people, but as I know that people didn't interest with me because their perspective, their lifestyle, and their expectation from life were different from me. Some people wanted to make more money just watching football, just talking about whether the Cristiano Ronaldo is better than Messi or not. Maybe just they are trying to find God solutions. Well, if you are in that stage, probably it is better to not speaking with the people, and it is better not to speak up. It is better to stay calm and just trying to find your exact membership, the exact community for yourself. I was watching a lot of videos, just what should we live, what should we do, what if we just choose this department in this university, will I be happy? If I find this partner, will I be happy? If I just talk about the inflation in Turkey, will I be happy? If I just find the exact new language, should be happy? Should I learn the English, or should I just create my own language? Should I learn this language? If I learn this language, what will going to happen? If I just couldn't this video before I die, is gonna bother or not? If I just watch video before I die, will I be happy? Will I be satisfied? Well, there are different kind of perspective and different kind of questions about it. But as I mentioned that before, every question and every answer is changing time by time and situation to situation. If your situation is really bad, you are living in an existential crisis, it is better not to watch people just being happy. It's better to watch the people who are suffering. If you are just see the people who are suffering like you, probably you just can get resonate, and you can just get impression from them. After you getting impact, you can just reanalyze your life, and you can give better decisions than before. Making a decision is not hard, and making a decision also not easy. It is changing to people, and destiny to destiny, situation by situation, circumstance to circumstance. Well, it is better find an exact answer, the exact ideas for yourself, just trying to be on it and just continue to live, because the only thing you can do is continue to live. As I talk, as I mentioned, as I just wished for, I wish I had a girlfriend in my life, but I didn't have a girlfriend. Life is really hard for me. You know, sometimes I'm just giving a lot of meaning to a girl, and she will come up and she will rescue myself from my existential crisis. But it is not easy peasy, because the competition, the expectation of the girl, and the expectation of yours is different. Yours are different. Well, I still didn't satisfy from my life, and the one thing I'm just calling it, I really hate my life. Thank you guys for watching until now, and it had a great conversation. We had talked. Maybe you guys just enjoyed, maybe you guys didn't enjoy it, but I don't know. Please give a subscription, like and share, comment below, and it will going to be better for me, because if I want to continue to talk, I need to just mention your hearts. I want to talk with your hearts, not with you guys. Thank you for watching until now. See you on the next video. I hope everyone has better lives, but my life is really shitty pitty here. My life isn't good here. I really wanted to change my country, location, and my parts. I hope I have a better life. I hope I can do my best. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for everything. See you on the next video. Thank you so much.